Good morning everyone. Starting this vlog from the kitchen today because I have just made myself my morning iced coffee. The question is, when do we switch back to hot coffee? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm really enjoying the iced coffees, even though it's getting a bit chillier now and it's definitely starting to feel a lot more autumnal now. I'm still not ready to give up my iced coffee. Are you on hot coffee or are you still on iced coffee at the moment? Let me know. But today I'm wearing my new misguided crisscross, it's really hard for you to see it like this, jumper, which you would have seen in my latest haul, my what's new in my wardrobe video. I love this jumper. I was actually wearing it recently I was shooting around Old Bond Street, which, if you know Old Bond Street, like, the people that are around there are very bougie. It's where all of the, it's like that really fancy street in Mayfair where all the designer shops are, like Louis Vuitton and Chanel, and you know, all the designer shops are on there. And these two really well dressed ladies, like I'd say they were like middle-aged, maybe like 50, late 50s, they were like walking past and they were like, and one of them just stopped me and just went, "I love your jumper, that looks amazing." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then I was just thinking, little does she know it's from Misguided. Like, I don't think she's ever even heard of Misguided, probably has never shopped there before. You know, they were head to toe designer, but she liked the jumper, so I was like, just goes to show what a cute little jumper it is. So I've just had a little parcel arrive that I thought we might go through it together, because there are a few beauty goodies that I've been very kindly sent from Help and PR, just a few little things from like a few of their kind of brands that they have. So I thought we could have a look at these together. So first of all, oh my gosh, from one of my favorite brands, Coco and Eve. You guys know how much I love Coco and Eve. So this is the Miracle Hair Elixir. I've never actually tried any hair products from Coco and Eve, surprisingly, considering how many of their like skin and body products I've tried. But I have heard good things. I've heard really, really good things. So this says, it's a multi-purpose hair oil. This all-in-one styling serum, caring hydrator and heat protector adds instant shine, silkiness and frizz control. Ooh, I like the sound of that, because I'm not gonna lie, I do sometimes feel like using all the products separately, my hair just starts to feel a bit heavy. I've actually kind of, this is gonna sound really bad, but I haven't been using oil recently on my hair, because every time I've used oil on my hair, my curls have just dropped. Like, they don't even last one day. And I find when I don't use oil, my curls last a lot longer, but it does mean that throughout the week they do start to look a bit drier, and a little bit like frazzled. I don't know if that's the right word, but I have been looking for a product to add into my routine that kind of like isn't an oil but basically does still hydrate my hair. So this sounds like a really nice alternative. So this is the Coconut Eve Like a Virgin. I'm pretty sure Holly has used this and really likes it. I'm going to text her and ask her, because I'm pretty sure this is what she uses and she has the loveliest hair ever. So that's very exciting. Then we also have something from Curel, which is not a brand I've ever tried before. This is the Fundamental Solutions Intensive Moisture Care Moisture Eye Zone Essence. Sounds very interesting. You guys know I'm really particular about what like eye creams I use, because I have very sensitive eyes. I literally can't get this out. This does look quite nice. It's a Japanese skincare brand, which I always hear really good things about Japanese skincare. I mean, there's no scent to it, so I like that. Absolutely no scent. It's just this little, can you see that tiny little white dot? White serum. Oh, yeah. Oh, there is a slight scent. I really like the sound of that. I think I might try that out tonight, actually. Let's give that a go tonight. I really like the sound of that. And then we have a couple of bits from Biore, which I do love Biore. So this is the Clear and Bright AHA Clay Mask. Removes dead skin cells and boosts radiance to improve tone and texture. That sounds very nice. I really like this little squeezy tube. That's actually really sweet. And then these I don't really use, but I think I'll give them to my brother because he loves these. It's the Biore pore strips. He always uses them. I love a man that isn't afraid to use skincare. My brother loves his skincare, so I always love being able to like give him little bits like this, like, enjoy, have a nice pamper evening. So yeah, a few little goodies. Just thought I would unbox those with you, because it's always fun going through new things with you guys and trying out new bits. And I know that sometimes I can be a bit, like, especially when it comes to my makeup, a little bit samey sometimes. Although saying that, I do actually have a different lipstick on today. I was going through my lipsticks and I was like, do you know what, why don't I ever wear this? It's the Dior, the one from the, you know, the clutch bags. This is the Dior Rouge, and I can't remember what shade this is. 105, I think that is. I'll see if I can try and link it down below, but it's a really, really nice like nude shade. So it's just a little bit more kind of like heavier than what I normally wear. Obviously I normally wear the NARS Orgasm lip balm, and I do absolutely love that, especially for like every day, but sometimes it's just a little bit nice to have a little bit more on your lips and a little bit more going on. So you'll be proud of me that I've actually changed up my lipstick for once. Okay, I wanted to come in here because I wanted to have a little chat. I thought, you know what, now is about time to have a chat about some trends. Now I know in a lot of videos recently I have been talking a lot about like just like the odd kind of, I'll make like a passing comment about like this is a trend this year, and then I'll talk about like, oh yeah, I did this last year and that was really trendy, or you know, this is a classic item, blah blah blah, and I've basically kind of skirted around autumn trends, and I've had a lot of messages recently asking me to do my trends video. So I've recently been doing a little bit of like research, some like trend analysis, and I thought, you know what, it's about time that we sit down and have a chat, because we well and truly are in autumn now. Like, we are in September, we're in autumn. I know a lot of people are still in denial, a lot of people are still away at the moment actually, but I'm fully in autumn mode, and I thought now is the perfect time, because now is when we're going to be wanting to update our wardrobes. Now is when the retailers are like going big with autumn, and I always find that like autumnal pieces go quite quickly. They bring them out quite early and they go quite early, so it might be useful for this video to come out now so that you can kind of like make some more informed decisions, whether that's going through your old wardrobe. I know I've done a few videos like going through pieces. Obviously I did my planning my autumn wardrobe video, which I would recommend watching before this one if you haven't seen that one already, just because I think that one kind of like sets the tone, like sets us up for like this video, if that makes sense. So I love like going through my wardrobe, working out what's on trend this year, what I like, what I invested in last year that's still quite cool this year, and like seeing what I maybe want to add new into my wardrobe. So let's jump straight into it and chat through a few autumn winter trends and a few things that I am definitely noticing on the high street this year. Okay, so the first trend is all about like colour. Now I've definitely noticed a lot of monochromatic tones being on trend recently, which I really, really love. Like, you guys know me, you know that I really love a neutral wardrobe. I love all black outfits and I love monochromatic looks, whether that's an all black look, an all white look, an all neutral look, or even if you're a colour person, monochromatic doesn't always have to be like monochrome colours. It can be like a monochromatic look in the sense of it's an all pink outfit, it's an all red outfit, or it's an all green outfit. And green is a big colour trend this year. So if you're someone that maybe like, I don't know, you want to be able to nod to a trend, but you don't want to buy any new pieces, or you just want to shop your wardrobe, or you don't want it to be more of like a thing, you want it to be more of like a concept, I would definitely say that the like monochromatic tonal kind of looks are a big trend this year, which I really love, because I just think they look really pulled together and really, really chic. I just think having one colour palette all kind of like come together in an outfit looks like you put so much thought and effort into your look, when actually you just chuck the pieces out of your wardrobe. So that's a really, really big trend this year that I have been really loving. I've noticed it on the catwalks a lot, I've noticed it in the high street a lot, and I think it's a really easy trend to jump on board. And then like alternatively to that, I would say another colour trend is colour clashing. Now that has been a trend for maybe like a year or so now. It was huge in summer, and it was one that maybe in summer I didn't quite get on board with, because I just didn't quite enjoy the trend as much in summer. Like, I don't know, the colour clashing trend in summer was more about like styling like pinks and greens, or like purples and blues, and those obviously aren't really colours that I tend to wear, but I've definitely found a lot more styling that I can get on board with the colour clashing trend. So whether that's like a camel coat with a pink bag, or I don't know, like periwinkle with camel colours, like basically styling neutrals with maybe like a pop of colour, but kind of making them clash, I think looks really, really cool. I definitely think pink and blue are the two biggest colours to get on board with that for me personally. I think they will work really, really well in my wardrobe, and they'll work well in terms of like my styling. So I think that's a really cool way to like just add a little kind of like nod to that trend, be like, yeah, I see you, but you don't always have to go full force with trends. You guys know me, you know that my wardrobe does not revolve around trends. Kind of the opposite. My wardrobe like revolves around classic pieces. And then if there's a trend that I'm enjoying, if there's an item that I like, I'll try and see how that adds into my wardrobe, how I can play around with that, how I can style it up. So I'd definitely say with regards to these trends, always take them with a pinch of salt. Always think about how it can work for you, because with the colour clashing trend, it's not a huge thing that I really enjoy, but there are elements of it that I can get on board with. Now, if there's one trend this year that I don't think could be any more me, it's the tailoring trend. Now, this has definitely been a trend that's like been around for a while now. It's kind of almost like a classic trend, which obviously sounds like a bit of an oxymoron, but it's one of those things where I just think every single autumn, winter, tailoring comes back on its own. But I think this year it really has come back in full force. Like, brands are going wild for tailoring. I've seen so many catwalk looks where they're going for like a full suit, like power suits. I love it. So whether that is a monochromatic suit, whether that's like a big pattern suit, matching your blazer with your trousers just looks so cool, like so chic, so pulled together. I really love the kind of idea of like power suiting, because I think it's a really great way to like feel elevated, especially if you're looking for like workwear, you're wanting to feel really powerful, really like in control. I think a power suit is great. And what I also love about the suit trend is the fact that you can really get your cost per wear down. You guys know I love a blazer. I love the blazer trend. I think it's such a big like me item, and being able to get a suit with a blazer and trousers that I can wear separately. So I can wear the blazer with like jeans, or I can wear the trousers with like a jumper. It's so nice to have those items that you just know you're going to get loads of cost per wear out of, even if you're not a big suit wearer, even if you're not going to wear the suit as a whole all that much. I think it's really cool. And there's also so many different occasions you can wear suits to, like whether you're maybe not much of like a dress person, or if you've got like a winter wedding, a suit is great to wear there. If you've got like a big meeting at work, a suit's great for that. A luncheon or like dinner, I think a suit is such a versatile piece. You can wear it with trainers, you can wear it with heels, you can wear it with loafers, you can wear it with jumpers, you can wear it with roll necks, you can wear it with t-shirts, you can wear it with race vests. Like, I really love the power suit trend, and I definitely think it's a huge one to get on board with this year. Now, kind of like controversially, like kind of oppositely to the tailoring trend, I've definitely noticed a big trend in more kind of like cozy styles. I feel like the pandemic has really affected not only our own wardrobes, but like the entire fashion industry. Like, you can definitely see on the catwalks, on the high street, like on online retailers, you can definitely see how considered they are in terms of like how we dress now. And I definitely think a big part of how the pandemic has played into our wardrobes is we are going to choose comfort. Like, we would much rather something that's like a little bit more comfortable, like stretchy, cozy. Like, I definitely think those are big kind of like considerations that brands have kind of taken this year. Like, I've even noticed the catwalks going for cozy clothes. I mean, like Dior did like a Borg or like a cozy jumper. Like, Dior, they're not a normal brand that would go for like the cozy looks. So even big brands like them are going for this kind of like really cozy, really like comfortable trend. So I think, I don't know if I would call it like the trend of being comfortable, but I think coziness is a huge trend. And then there's a few kind of like sub trends that play into that, like Borg. I love Borg. I'm actually really upset that I can't show you my favorite Borg coat in this video, but I will show you a few other pieces after this. Like, I just adore it. I cannot wait until the weather is cold enough to get on my Borg coat, because they're just so cozy, and it's a great trend, because not only does it look super chic, but it is so practical in the sense of you are so cozy, you are so toasty warm. Like, I run really cold-blooded, and so if ever I go somewhere that's like, I know I'm going to be chilly, I will always go for a Borg coat, because I just think it's going to keep me so much warmer. I'm not going to get grouchy because I'm not going to be really cold, and I really love it. Borg now has come into trend in terms of like not just big winter coats, but I've seen so many brands trying to incorporate it into a more autumnal wardrobe. Like, loads of brands are doing kind of Borg jumpers or Borg gilets, or even just like adding elements of Borg to like the lining of an aviator or the lining of a denim jacket. Like, I think it's a really cool one that brands have really had fun with, and they've been able to play about with. So I think that's a great one to jump on board if you are wanting to add that into your wardrobe. I think there are so many different elements of Borg that you can add in. And then also along the lines of coziness is knitwear. Now, I know, knitwear for autumn, groundbreaking, but I've noticed a huge increase in kind of like how brands are experimenting with knitwear. I feel like there's two different elements that brands are going down. Number one is the like really cozy, really comfortable, really warm, really like that kind of knitwear. And then there's also the element of like cool knitwear. Like for example, this jumper is really, really cool. All it is at the end of the day is a ribbed jumper top kind of thing, but the way that they've done this crisscross detail means it's really cool, it's really different, it's really chic, it's got like a bit of element to it. I've noticed a lot of brands doing that. I was actually at a Karen Millen event last week, which I think the vlog for that will be going up the video after this, so make sure you're subscribed for that if you don't want to miss it. And we were talking so much at the event about the trends that we're seeing at the moment, and a big one that even the Karen Millen girls were telling us about is how much brands are embracing coziness with like their jumpers. Like they're really going full force with like really thick, cozy, soft, really enjoyable jumpers to wear. So that's definitely a trend that I'm excited about this autumn winter, that I think all of us can get on board with. And then I guess the kind of third one, which does kind of play into the cozy trend but is kind of like a trend on its own, is the puffer trend. And I am a big fan. I really, really like the puffer trend. I think it's a great one for so many different styles. You've got the kind of more like cool girl puffers that are a bit like baggier and like kind of cropped and really like oversized. And then you can even go to a bit more of like a classic kind of like more flattering silhouette puffer where you've got like a belt, or it's a bit more long lined, like, or even a gilet. I feel like there's so many different ways that you can kind of like incorporate the puffer trend into your wardrobe, and I've noticed so many brands have been incorporating it not just with coats and not just with outerwear, but jumpers, like waistcoats, trousers. I feel like the puffer trend is really, really big this year, and one that brands have really embraced. As I said, you can definitely tell that COVID has played a huge role in elements of styling this year and elements of fashion, because there is so much surrounding coziness. Now, one trend that I've seen this year that I'm actually kind of surprised about because of COVID is the après ski trend. Now, this is one that I think is quite a like, I don't want to say cult, but like every winter I feel like kind of comes into its own, and I'm almost surprised to have seen it this year because I don't know if any of us are going to be able to get away at skiing. I mean, it's quite a good like socially distanced holiday, I'm not going to lie, but I don't know if any of us are going to be able to get away, but I do love my skiing. You guys know I adore skiing, and I love the skiing kind of like dressing, the way that you look with like your cool salopettes and like your ski jacket, and the like the layering that goes on underneath can actually be really, really cool. So whether that's looking at more towards the kind of like thermals and looking like thermals as clothing kind of style, looking more at like leggings and really cozy trousers, or whether it's more kind of along the lines of like the very classic, you know, the jumpers with that kind of very like après ski, very like Alps patterns to it. For me personally, I think that's a much more of a winter trend rather than like an autumn winter trend. So I would say it's one to kind of maybe hold out on until maybe November, December, when it's a little bit colder, it's a bit more Christmassy. If you're someone that doesn't like to wear full-on Christmas jumpers, it's a great alternative to a Christmas jumper because it still looks a little bit festive, still looks very cozy and wintry, and you still look like you're making an effort, but it's not like a classic cheesy Christmas jumper. So I really think that's a cool trend. Again, as I said, I am a little bit surprised to see it, but I'll be very interested to see how the brands kind of like play out with it a little bit more this autumn winter, how we'll be able to experiment with it, and whether any of us, fingers crossed, will be able to get away. Now, one trend that I'm not gonna lie is probably not the most me, but I did want to kind of touch on it because obviously I know some of you probably have different styles to me, and this might be one that you're really excited about, and that is the maximalist trend. And I think that kind of plays into like the roaring 20s trend. I've definitely noticed a huge increase in like sequins, embellishment, really extra clothing. When we were at the Karen Millen event, there was this one sequin dress, and I kid you not, it weighed as much as I do. Like, I literally picked it up and went, whoa, because it was so heavy, but it did look amazing. So I'm kind of excited for that to come online. But I've definitely noticed a huge increase in the kind of like roaring 20s maximalist vibes, very like embellished and sequined, and I think that does come to play with COVID in the sense that we haven't really been able to dress up as much recently, we haven't been able to enjoy our wardrobes as much, and obviously it is definitely a reflection of the fact that we are now in the 20s, we're in the 2020s, I know it's 2021 now, but we didn't really get to enjoy it when it did hit 2020 because of COVID. So I feel like people are kind of enjoying it now. They're really starting to like look back on the past, enjoy the like 20s era, the really like flapper style, lots of sequins, and a bit more less fitted, if that makes sense. Like, you know how in the 20s they'd obviously wear very like straight up and straight down dresses. They didn't have a lot of like cinching in, waisting, you know, belts and things like that. So I feel like that kind of like absence of a figure, like that's another thing that plays into 20s. I feel like that's a huge area within a trend that you can go into. You can go down the more like embellished, sequined, OTT jumpers, or you can go down the kind of like figure, what's the opposite of figure hugging? Figure loosing? The like figureness of it. Like, there's loads of different ways that you can explore the maximalist 20s trend. Now, it's not overly me. It's not really something that I think I'm going to experiment with this year. I think there are ways that I can kind of incorporate the trend into my wardrobe, like the maximalist trend with maybe layering up a few necklaces, or when it comes to Christmas time, maybe going for something a bit more sequin. But I think in terms of my autumn wardrobe, it's not really one that I'm going to like go down into too far, because it's just not the most me. And then the last trend that I wanted to talk about that I've noticed a huge increase in is house dressing. Now, obviously last year when COVID hit, every single brand started doing loungewear. I've never seen so much loungewear on the high street in my entire life, but I feel like that kind of like at-home styling has evolved a little bit, and I feel like brands are starting to learn that we don't just want joggers and jumpers. Like, we still want to feel really elevated at home. We want to be comfortable but cute. So I've noticed a huge increase in house shoes, house slippers, you know, kind of like driving shoes. Like, I really, really love the Tod's driving shoes. They are so gorgeous. I feel like they're a great one that you can wear just in the house, or you can wear when you go out and you still look quite like relaxed and like pared down while still having that nod to the trend. I've noticed a big increase in kind of like comfy trousers, loose fitting trousers, wide leg, stretchy waistbands. And then when it comes to tops, jumpers, knits, things like that. A lot of like house dressing I think is a huge trend, and one that is definitely going to carry on for a really long time, because we are still going to be at home a fair amount. So obviously things haven't gone back to normal fully, so I feel like it's a great one to look into if you're like me. You're a bit of like, not a hermit, but you love your home, you love being at home. It's a great one to invest in, because you want to be really comfortable and really cozy, but you still want to look like you're ready for the day, you're elevated, you have dressed appropriately. So I really like that one. So those are the trends that I have definitely noticed this year. They are like the biggest things that I think are on my like radar right now, and that I'm kind of like seeing, as I said, both on designer catwalks and obviously in the high street as well. Now, I thought what would be really fun is if we did a little bit of styling. So I thought I could pull a few things out of my wardrobe, we can style them up, see how they can kind of like incorporate into those trends, because sometimes it's all well and good just talking about the trends and me explaining to you, Borg is a trend, but if you don't know how to style it up, it's not very useful. So these are going to be great ways for me to like shop my own wardrobe, as well as shop some like new in pieces, style up some items, ready for the autumnal styling. Okay, so just in terms of like things that I've been starting to pull out of my wardrobe, I have quite a few things that I think I can like incorporate into these trends. Like, in terms of obviously Borg, there's like some very obvious ones, like my new River Gilet. I'm not actually worn this out yet because it hasn't quite been chilly enough, but I feel like this is going to be a really great transitional piece that I can style up very trendily. And then of course, again, River, I've definitely worn this out. This definitely needs to take the label off. My River chocolate brown blazer cord suit that I've got going on over here. So that's one that I think is a great one to style up. Not only is it like the suit trend and like the power suit trend, it's also, I can style this up in the kind of like monochromatic tonal trend, which I really love. And then also just like other kind of tonal colors that I can try and incorporate in, have a style up. So let's do a little bit of styling. Okay, so the first thing I just wanted to quickly show you is the top in like all its glory, because I just absolutely adore this. I've actually just started up with a pair of like ribbed wide leg trousers. I kind of want to see if I can find a pair of ribbed wide leg trousers in this colour, because I think that would look really cool if I was to monochrome the look and do it all one colour. I think that would look absolutely amazing. This is a pair of, they're like wide leg ribs trousers from New Look, and I really like them because they are petite, so they fit really, really nicely, and I like how they go with the jumper because it just means that obviously not having any tummy, like you can choose to wear them a bit low and have a bit of tummy, but I find this is a bit more flattering. It just kind of like pulls in your waist a little bit, which I think looks really, really cool. So this is a great one that's like such a cool kind of twist on the knitwear trend. I think looks really, really nice. It's really flattering and easy to wear. So this is definitely like my favorite thing at the moment. I'm styling this up so much. So I feel like for this first full look, I've kind of managed to tick 2 trend boxes in one. So not only are we kind of like having a bit of a nod to the Borg trend with the body warmer, which by the way I absolutely love. I feel like this is just such a like going for lunch or something with the girls, like especially if you're going around London and you're just like, I don't know, sitting outside a coffee shop or something. I would love this outfit because it means that it's really like movable. Or also if you're going shopping, because then you're not going to be as warm, you know, you're not going to be too hot when you're going in and out of shops. I think this is a really, really cool look. Just a nice like casual weekend attire. So not only have we ticked off the Borg trend, but also we've ticked off the monochromatic trend. I've tried to keep this outfit really monochromatic and I really like how it looks. So obviously I've styled up the Borg jumper, not jumper, gilet, and then underneath I've got my ASOS Sweetheart neckline jumper, which I really like. I would definitely say with anything that's kind of like a body warmer, you want to wear long sleeves with, because otherwise it does look a little bit odd if you wear short sleeves. So I've just started up with the black underneath, and I really like how the black looks coming out kind of like underneath the gilet. And then I've started up with my black ASOS ripped jeans, and then I've tried to kind of tie in all the tones. We've got the blacks of the under outfit, and then we've got the creams of the over outfit. So the boots, these are my recent purchase from Nasty Girl. You would have seen them in my latest haul as well. The gilet, and then the Coach bag. Like I really, really like how these tones all tie in together. So I feel like I've managed to take 2 trends in one with this outfit, which I really, really like. I definitely think I'm going to be saving this in my like outfit rapport. Is that the right word? Like my archive of outfits ready for autumn, because I just think this is so cute and really trendy. But if you wanted to make the look really monochromatic and stick to one color palette, it's so easy just to change up a few of those pieces and do that. So we've got the same jeans and top on. All I've done is chuck a black blazer, black boots, and my mulberry bag, and this is an all black outfit. This can be worn so many different ways. Like this can be worn to lunch meetings, this can be worn to like lunch with the girls, drinks with the girls, you know, just something really casual, or it can be like a little bit dressier. I really, really like this, and I think this is great. This is like my favorite thing about monochromatic outfits, is especially if you don't know the dress code, which I know I've spoken about this a bit, but I feel like in post-COVID times, often we struggle with dress codes. We don't really know what the vibe is supposed to be. It's a really easy one to kind of like match any vibe. Okay, I promise I will change out of this outfit at some point in this video, but one that I just kind of thought of as I was putting that blazer away is the colour clashing trend, and there's 2 colours that definitely shouldn't go together, but I'm loving together at the moment, and that is browns and blacks. I think they look really, really cool together. Like, I know they're not supposed to be styled up together, but I think they just look really, I don't know, like it does look like they're clashing. It looks like they're not supposed to be styled up, but it does look really like styled. And I think maybe if I was to go for my Louis bag with that as well, yeah, that just completes it with like the 2 different tones of browns, and then we've got the black. I really, really like that. So that's a great way just to incorporate quite easily the colour clashing trend. I feel like these trends are so like, I like wearable trends. Like this is a really easy way to be like, yeah, I'm looking trendy while still wearing really classic items. I mean, boots, classic, jeans, classic, a blazer, classic. Like it's so super easy to be able to incorporate these trends into your wardrobe, but without it being like the trends are taking over. Like you're in control of how you like to style, and I feel very in control at the moment of all these looks. Okay, so the power suiting trend. Now I've styled this up to show you that power suiting doesn't always have to be super formal. Like I feel like when someone says a power suit, you'd kind of automatically think maybe a black suit, stilettos, and a really formal bag. Someone from, I don't know, what's it called? The Bold type. You know what I mean? Like Jacqueline kind of vibes, but it doesn't have to be. Like it can be really laid back and really cool. So I've just styled this up with my Balenciaga trainers because the trousers are too long for me, but I love how they look when I've got chunky shoes on, because it kind of makes it bunch at the bottom. It looks quite deliberate, quite cool. I also think it makes my legs look longer somehow. Not entirely sure how, but I've styled it up with my Balenciaga trainers, and then this top from my latest haul from Revolve. I love it. It's like just a graphic tee and styled up with this kind of outfit, really like casuals it down and just makes it a little less like corporate, a little less like I'm wearing a suit. It's more just like, oh, that's a cool outfit, like, oh, she's wearing a suit, that looks really, really cool. So I love this so much. I think this is such a great trend to jump on board. You can go with any colour. Obviously I've got a brown suit on now. You could go with blacks, pinks, blues. What I will do is I will link below all of the items that I'm showing you, but I'll also link below some like things I found online that I think are really, really cool that you can like maybe have a look into yourself. So make sure to check out the description box for all the links. And I've literally just chucked over a jumper over the top. Now if there's one trend that I kind of forgot to mention as we were going through them with regards to chunky knits, it's how you style them. It's not just about the knit, it's not just about like, I don't know, what you've picked up, what you've bought. It's also about how you style it. And if there's one trend, like styling trend, that I could not be more grateful for, it's the jumper over the shoulders trend. Now I'm someone that gets cold really, really easily, but I don't often want to be like carrying it in the crook of my arm. I don't want to take it like a huge tote bag just in case I need like an extra layer. So this is a great way. Just add that extra layer without having to like compromise on your outfit, and it does look really cool. And actually, in my opinion, this kind of plays into the maximalism trend because we've got a lot going on with this outfit, a lot of layering, a lot happening, but it still looks really chic and pulled together. So that would be one piece of advice I have, is if you're cold-blooded like me, but especially if it's the kind of thing where in the morning you need a jumper but by the afternoon it's really warm, chuck it over your shoulders like this and you look really chic. Okay, here's another look that I'm absolutely loving. So this is a really easy way to like switch between trends as well. So if we wanted to keep it very like tonal and monochromatic and stick to that trend, we can keep it like this, or we can add the brown blazer and we've got an entirely very monochromatic look, all brown. Or if we wanted to go along the colour clashing trend, a pink blazer instead. Now pink and brown are two colours that shouldn't go together, but they do. Like, I'm really, really enjoying them styling up together. I think they look really cool. So whether that's like a pink blazer, a pink crossbody bag, or even like a pink racer, I think this is such a great way to tie in that colour blocking trend, tie in the colour clashing. I think it's so cool. We've got another two birds, one stone situation going on here. So as I said, green is a very big trend at the moment. So what I've just done is chucked on my barber. Now, not only is it the colour green, which is obviously very trendy, it's also quilted. So I love that. But I do understand things like barbers or quilted jackets can sometimes be a bit too, I don't want to say masculine, but kind of like agricultural, very like, you know, farmer vibes. And sometimes, especially if you're in the city, you don't want to be like that. So what I've done is I've kind of fusioned two kind of looks together. We've got the like riding boots and the quilted coat, which are very like country vibes, and then we've got the little white dress, which kind of just makes it a lot more feminine, girlies it up a bit, and I think makes it a bit more city appropriate. So I really, really like this as an outfit. I think this is a really cool, maybe if it's raining in the city but it's still fairly warm, or if you're kind of maybe going to the country but you're not fully like, you don't want to be full country mode, you still want to look quite elegant and chic and pulled together. I think this is a great way to do this. I love this outfit and I love how the quilting of the coat ties in that trend. Going back to the tonal trends, I just wanted to show you how tonal we really could get. Now this is an outfit that shouldn't work, but it does. Whites and creams should never be paired together, but they do look really, really cool. So we've got the whites of the Balenciagas, the creams of the trousers, the white of the top, and then a different colour cream of the jacket, a different colour cream of the bag, and a different colour cream of the fedora. Like, this is the kind of outfit that I think, in all honesty, if you've ever like studied fashion, you probably would have been told this would never go together. But it looks really cool, it looks really deliberate, really styled up, really chic, and I absolutely adore it. I think it looks really, really cute. Okay, I think this is going to be the last one just because I'm getting a little bit tired now. But I just wanted to show you how to kind of make house dressing appropriate for like outside. So these are the slinky trousers that I had on earlier. Absolutely adore them. And I would definitely say these are house trousers. They're very comfortable, very stretchy. I probably a couple of years ago would have never worn these outside, but I feel like now they're a lot more like socially acceptable to wear outside. They look a lot cooler. So the way that I would style them up, I've just got this little white tank top on top, and then we add on a blazer. The kind of item that always makes something look a lot more elevated and a lot more thought through. And I quite like keeping the blazer fairly close. I think most of the time when I wear blazers, I'll try and open them up a bit, show the outfit underneath. In this case, I'm going to keep it fairly closed, just so that the blazer is kind of like the very like, I am pulled together, but also really super comfortable. And then in terms of accessories, I think my Veja trainers look great because again, they're really super comfy, really super like, you know, just like casual vibes. And then a crossbody bag, because that again just pulls the blazer in a little bit, kind of gives you a bit more of a silhouette because it brings a bit of attention towards like your waist, and I think pulls the outfit in. And I think this looks really, really cool. I think it's a perfect, like, I can wear it around the house, I can also wear it on the street kind of an outfit. And this is what I mean by like house dressing. Lots of brands are going for this really comfy, cozy vibe, but being able to wear it outside. And I'm so for that. Oh, my word, I don't know about you guys, but I'm absolutely pooped after doing all of those trend outfits. But that was so much fun. I sometimes forget how fun it is just to like go through your wardrobe, see what's already in there, see what you can like style up and like outfits you can create. I would definitely recommend that if you had like a spare weekend to go through your wardrobe and do basically what I've done today, create outfits. And then also I find that when you have something on, you see something else and you're like, oh, actually that will work as well, and that will work. And sometimes you can create 5 or 6 looks with the same kind of outfit. And I definitely recommend going through it, trying on some looks, you know, creating some outfits, and then making an album on your phone and saving it, because I find that it's so useful to go back to have like a bit of an archive of outfits that you know look good, so that when you have those inevitable I have nothing to wear moments, you can go back on your phone and be like, oh, actually that outfit looked really cute, actually that would work really well for this vibe, actually I feel really confident in that outfit, let's wear that tonight. So definitely recommend doing that if you ever have the time, because it is really fun. Like, it's exhausting but really, really fun. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to leave it here because that is a lot of trend talk for one day. But let me know if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what your favorite trend is, what you're most excited to be wearing this autumn winter. And if I didn't mention a trend that you're loving, let me know down below in the comments, because I'm always open to hearing other trends. If I missed anything in this video, if there's anything that you are really enjoying styling up, let me know. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.